Hi and welcome to Numbers on the Farm, a super fun feed the animal game to learn numbers 1 through 10. This game is ideal for your preschool and kindergarten age students or kids of any age who are still learning their numbers 1 through 10. Now, I've specifically designed it with a kid in mind who gets bored learning numbers. Okay, this is not always the funnest skill to learn, but it's super important. So this game has been designed with mystery and surprise so that your student wants to come back and play it again and again. Now, it's also very predictable and structured, so it's going to build a confidence in them that allows them to come back and play this game without you and do it for homework or just do it independently, and that's also a wonderful feature. So let's go ahead and click on the start button in the bottom right corner. That's how we're going to get inside, and here we have a giant farm and 4 mystery doors. So we have 4 familiar animals that are going to be featured in this game, and each one is hidden behind a door. So right away we have some mystery, and your student is going to want to see what's behind the door. Now, I have provided 2 features to help your student designate which door they want you to open or which door they're going to open, okay? So they can designate by the color or they can designate by the number. I would suggest starting out with the colors since this resource is for teaching the numbers and naming them. Let's start out with an easy feature like a color, and then maybe in a couple days or the second or third time you play this, you can start using the number vocabulary. So let's go ahead and look at door number 1. And before you open the door, you can always ask them, like, who do you think is going to be there? And kind of talk about and make your own guesses. And that makes it more fun once you get to who is there, because then you can say, oh, I was right, or oh, I was wrong, or oh, I'm surprised. So I always recommend guessing beforehand. So let's go ahead and click on the door to get in. So here we've opened the door and we've let out the cow. The cow is one of our 4 characters, and on the left-hand side in this box we have 3 pieces of food or 3 pieces of grass that the cow is going to want to eat. Now, your student in the top left corner can attempt to read or sound out the word that's spelled for 1, right? Okay, so we have the written label, and then on each piece of food we have the numerical symbol of the number. So we have 1, 1, 1. Now you'll notice right away that this is not an activity where your student or child is discriminating to find the number 1. They simply are being bombarded with the same number over and over again. So this is just to expose them to the number and give them 3 opportunities to label the number and just get it familiar. Get more familiar with that number, okay? So the fun in this activity is that one of these 3 items is going to make the cow so excited that she moves, okay? So that's going to be how you really get your students buy-in to this activity. Is they're going to want to know each time, which one is it going to be? And once again, you have the opportunity to guess before you give the cow the food. So do we think it's going to be the middle one? We don't know. We have to go and find out, right? So we're going to say the number 1, and then we're going to go and feed it to the cow. Now, when you let go of it, it's going to disappear behind. So we actually were right. The middle one is the one that was the cow's favorite. So as the adult, we know that these 2 are not going to make the cow moo, but we're going to go ahead and feed it anyways. So we have 1 again, and you can even say go in 1 if you want to start targeting maybe 3-word phrases, okay? So now the cow has eaten all of the pieces, and I guess you could even count them out each time, 1, 2, 3 if you wanted to. So let's go ahead and go to the next page. Here's our next page. We have feed the cow 2. Now, I'll point out it's not feed the cow 2 pieces of grass, but feed the cow the number 2. I just simply didn't put the number here because I wanted 2 to be the primary focus. So when you're reading this, you can designate, or you can say feed the cow the number 2, okay? So let's go ahead and guess again. Maybe it's the bottom one or the one on the right. Let's see. Nope, it wasn't that one. So we can easily target yes or no as well as a response. Do you think it's going to be this one? Yes, I think it's going to. Yes, it was. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and feed this one as the last one and say number 2 before it goes in. So then we have that one. Now as we go, you'll notice these are in different positions each time, and I would use this to start incorporating basic concepts into my child's vocabulary. So when they point to 1 to go in, I might say, oh, the one on the left, okay, or the one on the bottom, or the one in the middle. and then start incorporating that vocabulary that they can use to designate their choices, okay? Now I'll point out down here at the bottom, when you click the Play, Learn, Talk logo, that's going to take you back to the last navigation page always, okay? Just so you know. Now this will take you back, of course, and this takes you forward. Once you get to 10, the number 10, it'll take you back to the main barn, but we're going to go back early right now to see a new animal. So which one should we go see? 2, 3, or 4? I'm going to go with 4. So here we have the sheep, and I just want to show you the section just to show you it's the same exact setup each time, okay? So the beauty of this is that it's building a really predictable game for your student to feel confident in as they're simply labeling each of these numbers, okay? So this game is not meant to be challenging, but instead something that is fun and your child desires to go back to over and over again. So here we have a pig. The pig is going to be eating these cabbages or lettuce, and then our last animal is going to be the cat, who has these little mice to eat, okay? So I hope you love this resource. I hope it is super helpful, especially for those students who get bored easily, and I would love to hear your feedback in the comments, or you can always send me an email if you have any kind of questions or requests.